Hi, I'm Ashley Adamson. Welcome to Tea Time. Today we are doing Inner Work Wednesdays, which is our active meditation, and we go much deeper into the practice of changing your inner world and inner space. Because, we can talk about ways that it's just everyone can give advice on how to love yourself more or just how to accept yourself, or that the solution is really like more self-esteem, what have you. We all have that advice, right? You've been able to give this advice to a friend who's been in trouble, and you probably received some kind of advice about, oh, you just need to accept yourself more or just love yourself more, what have you, right? And while we're good at dishing out advice, sometimes it's hard to kind of like accept it and pull it in. The wisdom that we have is all out there. It's just the practice is it's the gap to actually living that ideal outcome and life. So Inner Work Wednesdays is about focusing on the practice, getting from we know what's the right thing to do to actually experiencing the right thing in our life and what to do. And this is the muscle that needs training and the thing that really needs practice. It's why meditation and mindfulness is called a practice, because you just practice it and you retrain your brain and you change the way that you experience and perceive your reality when you start doing this. How many of you have been into meditation before? Have you heard about it? Do you do it actively? What's your take on meditation? Today we're going to do a meditation, and it's a mix of two things. It's the first part of what I experienced to create a safe space for myself to allow the feminine beauty to emerge. And then the second part is a mantra that came to me this morning in my dream state, which told me that this mantra is a way of shifting perception and creating your reality. Have you ever heard of the term manifestation? This idea that we can create in our world just by changing our thoughts. I take a balanced approach to this. I think, yeah, it's true. You can change your thoughts and you can change your reality, but you also need to go out there and actually change your reality. If you want your dreams, you can't just change the way that you see things to just make your dream show up. I think that's half of it, but the other half is taking the action, going out there and making it happen. With the mentality shift, you can really start to see opportunities and go out there and get what you're going to do. So I think practices like this are really powerful. So this is about clearing your space and making space for your feminine, masculine, whatever gender you are, and then also allowing you to shift your perception so you can go out there and create your reality inside and outside. Content warning, the mantra does involve the word God, but it's not in a religious context. It's in the context of you are the God of your own reality. You are the creator of that reality. And so I am going to give you a mantra, and it goes, I am God, and as God, I am God, and I, how did it go? This is unedited, so just one sec. I am God, and as God I create. Yes, I'm God, and as God I create. That is the mantra. And so what that says is I am the owner of my reality. I am the creator, and as the creator I create. And that is going to, in this meditation and as a mantra, give us the space to see how our anxiety and our perception and the world that we're living in is really just fabric of our own creation. And by shifting the perspective to seeing yourself as God, as the creator of your reality, and I put God into quotes because, you may be atheist and what have you, but we can agree the definition of God is sort of like the creator, right? So as the God of your reality, you can choose to decide what you perceive and how you perceive it, how you react to it, and how you act on it. And that's the most empowered state that I believe you could ever be in, because that allows you to take full control over your reality and full control over how you react to things, which is going to enable you to do what you want to do. Now, we should probably cover this in another Tea Time episode, but owning what you can control is the most powerful way of being able to enact your reality, and also de-stresses you because you don't focus on what you can't control, right? You only focus on what you can. So that's what this meditation and practice is for. So if you're interested, now we're going to begin the practice. Here we go. You can do this sitting. I recommend doing it cross-legged on a pillow so your spine is straight, or lying down. I did it this morning lying down. I also like doing it cross-legged, but today I'm sitting on a chair. So we are going to hold our hands in prayer position. And the reason why is because there are energetic points on each of our fingers, and really throughout our whole body, like acupuncture, energy systems like that talk about this. But we want to unify the parts of our body by holding our hands in prayer position. It's a very powerful position. And we're going to hold it over our heart. Okay, and the heart is where there's a lot of emotional energy. I'm sure you've felt it before, right? We're going to hold it over the heart, and we're going to work with it, and then we're going to move deeper. So I'm going to slow down my talking, and we're going to start entering the meditation space. Are you ready? Are you seated comfortably? Are you in a distraction-free space? Okay, let's begin. So close your eyes, take a deep breath in, breathe out. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. One more breath in and breathe out. Now put your awareness to the area of your fingers and fingertips and your hand, and feel the feeling that is in your fingers and your hand. Start to feel the energy that is accumulating in your palms. It may feel like a slight tingling. It just may feel like some warmth. It may feel just like a touch. You may not think you feel anything, and that's totally fine too. Just allow yourself to feel or imagine the feeling that you are feeling. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. Now we brought a lot of awareness to our hands, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to start moving that awareness to our heart. So I'd like you to take your awareness that you've shifted to your hands and just move it over from your hands straight into your heart. Whew. How does that feel? Is your body reacting or changing in any way? Start to breathe into your heart space. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. You may notice that your body is shuffling or wanting to change. I just noticed that my neck and posture have just straightened up a little bit. Just notice these feelings. Try not to judge them. They're just feelings. Continue to breathe into your heart a little bit more. That's great. Now what I'd like to do is to take this energy, to take this feeling, to look within your heart. Can you feel any frustration or closed offness, tightness in your chest? Anything that feels closed off? Maybe in this space you feel great, and that's fantastic. I'd like you to take a moment to focus on something that has made your heart closed off, has made your heart disrupted, frustrated, angry. I'd like you to call on that feeling and put that feeling between your hands and your heart. Just take a second. And if it helps, what I like to do is I like to press my thumbs against my heart to create pressure on the heart space. And I put that energy there of frustration and anger. And I'm really frustrated and angry, but what I would like to do with you now is to put that between your heart and your finger, whatever just feels like it needs a release. If it's anxiety, if it's in stress, it's not anger, just any strong emotion that feels negative for you, put it right there. Okay? And feel that pressure between your hands and your heart. Allow it to exist distinct from your heart and distinct from your hands. Just feel that feeling. Observe how you see this experience. Observe yourself that is watching yourself experience this experience. Go a little deeper for a second. How is your body reacting to this experience? How is your mind reacting to this experience? Okay, so now we're going to take this feeling and we're going to catch it with our hands. So open up your hands towards this feeling, like you're cupping your chest, and just capture all of this bundled up negative feelings, energy, frustration, whatever it is, just catch it and now hold it with your hands, your palms. Allow it to pour out of your heart and into your hands. Allow those feelings to just pour into your hands, which are just going to be holding space for it. All of those feelings. Just holding space for all of these feelings that have been pent up and haven't found a place to be expressed. Hold space for these feelings. How are you doing in this moment? How are you feeling in this moment? Do you recognize the good work that you're doing for yourself in this moment? Okay, and we're going to imagine that we're going to slowly close that pouring of feelings into the hands, and we're going to condense everything that we've put into our hands into a little tight energy ball. So just imagine all of these feelings that you've felt, that you've poured out into your hands, compressing that and condensing that, and slowly, slowly cup it with your palms like this. Condense it. Imagine turning it into a little black hole. These feelings are also pure energy, and we can transform it, and we can turn it into creativity, creation. I am God, and as God I create. Say that with me. I am God, and as God I create. I am God, and as God I create. And as you say this, feel those feelings between your palms changing into positive, creative energy that you are creating out of the raw essence of what it is, which is just pure emotion that we've labeled as negative. But it's just pure emotion, and we can detach it from the negative feelings into its essence. So let's keep doing this. I am God, and as God I create. 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 Shift the energy now. Condense it, squash it, and change it. And return it back to your heart. Palms on the heart. Return that energy back into this blossoming, beautiful flower. I am God, and as God I create. I am God, and as God I create. I am God, and as God I create. And then just dust off your hands like this. Just kind of, shake it out a little bit. Bring your hands together. Kind of rub your chest if you're feeling a little tight or a little stuck in areas. If there's things that you feel like are stuck, just kind of move them like this. Kind of just tap them, just kind of pat them and let them go, and just kind of imagine flicking off any kind of like mud or muck or just things that just didn't transform. Just like let that go, and just imagine the flower, the rose, the blossoming of this energy that you've shifted. I am God, and as God I create. And use that willpower to take that energy and change it. You are the creator of your reality. You create what you want to feel. You own it. It's yours because you are the creator. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in tomorrow's episode.